Hey, I'm Stella Rubin. I'm doing the extra credit where I explain how something works. And today I'm going to be taking apart this camera that I had when I was 10. I don't really know that much of the specifications about it. It says that it's a Canon PowerShot GLPH 515. It's not a great camera, hence why I'm risking taking it apart. It's just a bunch of like bits. I already pre-selected the one that's the right size for the screws. But yeah, so I'm gonna start just by removing the casing. I think there's a total of 8 screws, maybe just 7. But these are tiny. Most things on like this device is, and really like you shouldn't drop a camera. It doesn't really need to be that much like deeper to make it stronger because they're already like supposed to be pretty fragile with the lens. So they're all kind of the same like length of screws. If not, I'd organize them differently. These ones are blue because they match the outside. So really I shouldn't have been put here. This was from when I pulled it apart the first time to see if I could actually do this. But I'll kind of start with the basics. This is a camera. Most people know how to use it. You turn it on. There is a zoom, a small one, granted it comes out the menu, and then I can just take a picture. It kind of emits a clicking sound, and then also like if you, I think if you turn on the timer, it'll make sound like on purpose to just let like the user know what's up. I guess you can see me. But yeah, I'm gonna keep the battery on inside because when I remove like the casing, the camera will still be able to turn on. But just to show you guys, this is the battery. You take it out by doing this. It's one of those like really old chargers that are huge, and then this is just the card. This holds the memory. Some cameras still have memory even without the card, but it's like very, very little. So just have a card, have 2 if you really, really like taking photos. The last screws are hidden to kind of just take off the plastics, and this is a place just for you to be able to connect a wire if you want to transfer any pictures to the computer. So I guess I'll start kind of explaining the main parts, but the point of a camera is obviously to take pictures, but this thing's like originally started with film, but this is a digital camera, so it's a like new type of technology, which is really practical because you don't have to store, like you don't have to get the pictures developed. Let me just pull this apart. Trying to be kind of delicate, but yeah, it's coming off. So you can start to see the display on there. So in this type of camera, it's not like, it really displays kind of what you see electronically instead of it being like a series of mirrors that can help you like see through it. Just gonna finagle with it. But okay, got the first one on. Yeah, so this is just the display. It's you can kind of pull it out, but it's connected by wires right here, like the ones that have the plastic around them, so not like individual wires, because they all need to connect to this, which has like a lot of the electronics. And actually, if you check to see, like this is where the buttons usually are, and you can still press them. When I turn it on, we'll test that, because it really is just this. Like if you look at the inside of the casing, they don't really do anything. They literally just move enough to be able to then trigger the pad that has like the sensors right here. Okay, so I got everything off, and this is the camera. I'll turn it on again. So it's still on because we didn't actually remove anything important. The battery's still in, and even though this is kind of an awkward way to use a camera since we didn't remove the components. It should still work. And as you can see, like if you press the buttons, this is the menu button. It like can get rid of that. This is the picture that I took earlier, so this is what you guys will see. Now, to go over the actual stuff, these are the lens. Obviously, they zoom in and out. They help give the magnification, so, I mean, I feel like this is kind of common information. But if you want to look closer, the lens do that. They magnify. These are just more buttons that let you do stuff, like turn it on and zoom. I believe that this is the, like, film on top of a microphone for when it uses sound to let like the users know certain things without needing to see it. What's really important there and important here is kind of like hidden behind, kind of sadly, but it's how like digital cameras work. There's kind of two different types of like kind of chips, a CDC and a CMOS. What that stands for is a charge coupled device, the CDC, and then the other ones are complementary metal oxide semiconductors. And this is basically kind of like how it actually captures the light. So the way that digital cameras work is that they convert light into like electrons, and then they can read that. So they have sensors, and then it reads the value, and that's how it like knows what the image is. So the CDC transports the charge across the chip and reads it in a corner like in an array, and then it uses a converter, an analog to digital converter, and then it turns the pixels into values, which is, I guess, common in other things. But the other types uses several transistors at each pixel, so instead of it being in a corner and going down, it's like way more individual. I wish I could tell you what this camera has. I don't know, because this is really old. Oh, and then there's just like a tiny LED right here. It glows red when the flash is on. And yeah, that's kind of the camera pulled apart. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should include. This is to put to fix the camera on a tripod. Not technical, but honestly just pleasant to have. Like, it's these types of things that make like cameras like this actually good for people to use, because if you have to like get an adapter, that's a hassle. And like this is what, like at the time I think it was maybe $100 camera. Like, it's not for professionals, so realistically, like, people a lot of the time like want everything in one device, and that's like what's nice. Like, you can take reasonably decent pictures at the time, like close and far, so you're not switching lenses, which is why it was such a practical thing. I liked the camera at the time. Now it's really old. The camera quality on this is bad, but anyways, thank you for listening to me, and that's how a camera works in a very basic way.